right, say right, I come from another prison from another state, right? I come to Fort Dix, y'all in there. Is it protocols, rules? Like, listen, these are the rules that we had, the inmates had. This is our rules we have. Don't come in here breaking these rules because you can get everybody else poured up.
Yes.
How are y'all dealing with an inmate coming in there just breaking the rules?
You really don't have inmates. That's really something you don't see. You can't beat the wave. And if it is one, his ass is getting handed to him. You're not going to mess up the comfortability of the whole for your foolishness.
But doesn't that make him tell?
Well, I'm not saying it don't happen, but you really had that happen.
Okay.
Yeah, a dude gonna come and fall right in the line. When you first get to the jail, you looking around and seeing how it's structured and how it's ran. Oh, okay, we could do this here. Because I couldn't do that at the last jail I came from. I'm like, oh, okay. This the perks of it. This the downfalls of it. Okay. And you get right in line. You don't come in and start a whole, unless you got your own play as far as in how you get your money and all that, and then you a new player into this field. But you still got to abide by the laws of that jail that you're in. Everybody follows that protocol. You don't come in there and buck the protocol of the norm of that unit that you landed on in that institution. And if you do, your ass is getting sent up out of there, either by your homies or a whole nother car is getting you out of there with your homies. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Well, it's just like, it's a whole different world. Y'all stay free. Stay out of there, man. Stay out of jail. Yeah, listen, y'all, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all, subscribe or become a member if you're able to. And once again, I want to say that Tales from Jails, we do not glorify prison in any way. Shout out to Larry Krasner, man. I heard that he be watching Tales from the Jails, man. I heard that he's following us and what we got going on Instagram and paying attention to the page, man. Shout out to you, Larry. Hopefully you can get some of these guys home and help some of these guys that are innocent, because there are some innocent individuals.
And he has been doing it, as I could see the 3 men, that we trying to reach out to get up here down, that was, they case was built off falsitivity and all that type of stuff. He got them men home. Yeah. Granted, it was damn near 30 years later, but I still rather come home and stay in there for the rest of my life.
They might get a little check too.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna get a check. Ain't no might about it.
A couple million.
Yeah, but is a couple million worth 30 years?
I mean, in that case, you had no choice to choose. I'm pretty sure nobody would do 30 years for a couple $1 million. But I think that people would be expecting to get compensated for doing 30 years in prison, you know what I'm saying? And then the money doesn't really help, because you've been in jail so long, you're probably gonna spend that money, run through it, because you've just been in jail so long. Everything has changed. 30 years?
Yeah.
That mean he went to jail in the 90s.
Yeah. But if you're in there 30 years and they give you $10 million.
We ain't had cell phones in the 90s?
No. But still, one thing about a jailhouse dude, you learn through life itself, man. Like, you really ain't, the things that they got to learn, like the new ways, they got to learn the new ways of life and how to work a phone or how to fill out an application nowadays and do that. But the overall consensus of a convict that's coming home from that, he knows how to guard himself. He knows how to, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for, Tawfiq, when a person is like, be conservative. Okay. He don't overindulge in stuff. He know how to manage his stuff properly. A dude don't be going 30 years, man, things done got crunchy for you. I mean, that commissary that got low and been to nothing plenty occasions in 30 years. So when you do get a little $45 bag and you get 20 soups and 3 them 20 soups, you can make that last damn near a whole month, bro. A whole month. Why? Because you have adapted and learned the way of being conservative. One thing about a person that you meet in jail, he didn't know how to make a regular Suave bottle of lotion last 2 months. You know what I mean? I put a little squeeze of lotion in my hand with a little bit of water, and that joint will go a long way. Instead of keep using the whole joint to it, because we out here, we just, it's out here, and we got, no, a dude in jail knows how to be conservative, bro. Very conservative. And everything they do with their food, everything will be structured. Yeah. But now growing, as far as learning the ways of the world, be the whole other issue. Doing, like how you telling me, man, you got to do it. We go in restaurants, I'm like, yo, what they got? Just order that for me. You're like, man, look at the joint and order. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we have to grow in. But other than that, yeah, we're definitely some misers. That's like when you go back and we always talk and you think that, if I ever ran into $100,000, 40 of it might go somewhere else. Bro, you in for a long night in hell, bro, if you think that. I would love for you to put the money to bet to me Well, everything you got, cause boy, I'm gonna give you half of it back, cause you my brother. I love you, but boy, ain't nobody. I know what it feel like. When you know what it feel like to be in there, man, and they got nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just don't. A lot of people get the misconception of, you know, a person go to the jail. Oh, you got 3 hots in the cot. You know, it ain't nothing. No, bro. Dinner time at 5 o'clock. Dinner time at 5 o'clock. Sometimes it might be shit on the shingle. That's a AKA for one of the meals that they serve. What they have it down there, shit on the shingle. You like, I ain't even going to chow today.
What is that meal?
It's like a noodles with like some ground beef. Oh my God, it's so bad. Jordo, what that shit on the shingle like?
Yo.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out to Dark Skin Beauty. What's up, Dark Skin Beauty?
And
what?
And it's crazy, but you mean you know how to govern yourself a whole lot better, man. One thing about it, man, jail teaches, man. One thing about it, you know, it teaches like hell. And then one other thing, right, that I wanted to, you know, it's kind of like going off topic, but I thought about it earlier. And I sit back and I think about it and I look at myself and problems I go through in my everyday steps of trying to stay, you know what I mean, decent and stay, you know what I mean, a decent human being and, you know, trying to stay a good person without nobody else looking, right? And integrity. With that, integrity, yeah. And with that, man, you know, you know what I mean, the system is designed, man, it crushes us, y'all. Like for people, man, like we bring this message to y'all because we don't want nobody to go through what we done went through, man. And I damn sure don't, man, because it's still heavy on me right now to this day. And it might look like I'm doing extraordinary or it might not, but it's a struggle every day. And I sit back and I think of things sometimes when I'm by myself or whatever. And the system is designed against you, especially when you start playing that game and going in and out of jail, catching cases, man. And, you know, a lot of times we don't think about it. We take deals just to come home on probation and stuff like that. I might have got caught with a gun and they might have offered me a 3-year probation deal. Give it to me. And I'm fast because I want to get out of jail. That's anybody. But now you got to really look about the ramifications behind that, man. That gun case is going to stop you from getting into so many doors legitly that what else do you, like, if we being honest, what do you expect a grown man to do? Like, they'll hire you at McDonald's or pizza store or something like that, $15. Like, what the fuck am I doing with $15, bro, an hour? And I understand, I get it, but we do it to ourselves. This is accountability on top of a fact. You did it to yourself in that position. I get it. Me, I did it to myself. So when you go into the nice jobs, the Amtraks or the hospital jobs, if you're a convict, you got to know somebody to get into these positions. Because not only do they pay good, they got good benefits, and they don't want that type of shit underneath their companies. Somebody that been locked up for bank robbery, you just came home from murder. They don't want that inside their establishment. So now, not only did you serve your time in society, if you had to go do time in the penal system, you got to come home and serve time the rest of your life. And when I say serve time, when you come home, meaning you're turned away from all types of doors. If you ain't got good friends, such as my brother I got from me, and that's still even hard. You know what I mean? So motherfucker ain't trying to give you their money. It's still going to point you the right way, but motherfucker ain't entitled to give you their shit, keep it, you know what I mean? And you got to get up there and do, but you got so many, like, when you sit back and really think about going to prison, man, and taking deals, bro, that's the worst thing that's the worst journey you could ever embark on, man, of going inside the penal system and taking deals and getting found guilty for stuff because it's against you. People see it. You try and get, then all of a sudden you come home, you got all these good ass trades and stuff. You ain't opening up your business, your own business, and getting it pumping, people is like gonna turn you away, man. And rightfully so. Sure. Put yourself in their shoes. Would you hire a motherfucker that just came home from committing 2 murders? Would you hire somebody to rob 6 banks and got caught? He did 10, 15 years, but I'm in my mind like, I'm wondering if this boy really habilitated. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the other safer option with this other dude that's doing an application that ain't never been in trouble. And granted, he might just do something one day, but the proof is here. I know who will do it when I'm looking at it. So yeah, try to keep yourselves out of them type of situations, man, because once you finally wake up and realize that you don't want to, that this wasn't a life that you supposed to be doing, it's still a long journey to still get you, because you're getting like you're getting double punished. You go do your time, you know, you come home, and then you're going to these companies, even Walmart. You got places that turn you away, little bullshit ass jobs because of what you've been charged with.
Shout out to Jamelia 1808 for becoming a member. Welcome to Freedom First. But I want to talk